Hey everybody! In today's video, I am going to be showing you a super fun, really rich blended background that I used on this beautiful glowing fairy card. The projects on my blog today are from the new kit from Hero Art, so be sure and click the link below and head over there because I do have information on a giveaway that you will want to see. But this is full of sweet and whimsical images that I think you'll just love. So I wanted to give the illusion of light around my little fairy. This is the full kit and it has some really nice big images that are great for coloring. And it's also a builder set, and you'll see what I mean when I do the builder part. I'm going to make my fairy sit on top of a mushroom. There's also a really nice big flower that she can sit inside of. It reminds me of books from my childhood. So in order to make her look like she is sitting on the mushroom, I'm going to do a little bit of masking. So first I will stamp her, and I'm using a nice warm vintage brown ink. I didn't want black because I did want this to have sort of a Maxwell Parrish look to it. I love Maxwell Parrish, and that's what the images in this kit reminded me of. So I'll stamp her first. She's so cute, sitting cross-legged like that. I just love that. And then in order to stamp the mushroom, I will take my favorite masking paper. I had already masked her once, and I will position it over the image and tack that down. And then I will just stamp the mushroom directly on top of her. And you can see I already made another card with this exact setup because I just think it's so cute. I am of the age that there were a lot of red and white mushroom images on things when I was a child, including some fabric that my sister made a little outfit from. It was very cute. It was yellow and it had those adorable red and white mushrooms all over it. So this was an image that I drew frequently as a child, and it's just near and dear to my heart. So I have another little scrap of masking paper. I will need to mask both of these in order to do the glowing background. So I will speed up cutting them out so you don't have to suffer through that. Now I do have to draw in part of her. A lot of times when I'm masking, I do what I call super lazy masking. And once I've stamped the image on my cardstock, then I don't even re-ink to stamp on the masking paper because there's usually enough ink left on my stamp that I can get a good enough mask out of it. But this time I did need to add a little bit of detail because I don't want to go over the top of the fairy image with my blended background. Now, I love PanPastel. This is one of my favorite products. When I originally bought them, I was using them more like traditional artist pastels. But you can do so many fun things with these. And one of the things is just blending them in a way that's very similar to ink blending. But because they're opaque, you get this very rich, very intense color and very, very soft blending. Now, this is cold press watercolor paper, so it does have a little bit of tooth to it, which I personally like, but you can use any paper that you like. Now, these come in little stacks. You can also buy individual lids for the cakes, but the way that I do them is they come in a series. So this is a Hansa yellow, and I think it's Hansa yellow. There are a couple different yellows, but I think this one is Hansa yellow. But it'll come in like 4 or 5 shades, and so I keep those all together in a stack. So here I have the ultramarine. And you can see, I actually have 2 of those. You can see the various shades of ultramarine, so I really like to keep them together. It just helps me pick my colors out a little better. But look how smoothly that blends on cardstock. It is just amazing. And it's giving me the perfect little fairy glow. So I'm going to make it look like she's sitting in the dark forest, but she's giving off the little glow that we all know for a fact, scientific fact, that fairies give off in the dark, in the woods. So I'll start with blue, but I'm going to work my way towards a really dark purple. This blue is incredible, such a gorgeous color. And I'm going a little bit into the yellow with the blue, and you can see how seamless it is and how it really looks like a glow. This is some of the easiest blending that you can do ever, is with these PanPastels. Now, they are pastel, and so they will rub off the surface. I don't worry about it too much because I don't worry about stuff like that. But at my retreat, when we used these, I taught them to seal their work with just cheap aerosol hairspray. And you can use this one of two ways. You can spray the work directly with the hairspray, and of course you can use a workable fixative if you prefer that. But hairspray is cheap and easy. And what I like to do is, instead of spraying the hairspray directly on my card, I will spray it into the air and then swoosh the card through the mist of hairspray that's in the air. And I find that that is enough to seal the pastel, and it won't move, and the person that you're sending it to won't get it all over their fingers. Now, this is the violet PanPastel, and I love this color. This is so dramatic and so perfect for this little mythical scene. And it blends beautifully with the ultramarine and is such a nice contrast to the yellow. These blender brushes are the perfect tool for PanPastel. I could not love them more. So I usually just blow the dust off, and you can see there's a little bit of dust on my desk, but that's no big deal. And then I can remove the masks and show you what this looks like. And now she's ready to color. So head over to my blog to see the details on this project and all the other projects that I have for you today with this new release. Some of the products that you're seeing here are add-ons. Some of them are from the main kit, and I have lots of different techniques and tips and tricks for you today. So head to my blog to see the details of these and a giveaway, and thanks so much for watching.